Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna be playing some Scareclaws, and I have a pretty decent opening hand. Um, I like to see a lot of Scareclaws in my opening hand, just because the more Scareclaws you kind of have, the more you can do with like links and stuff like that. So I go into Lightheart right here. Lightheart is gonna grab the field spell. The field spell is gonna give me access to Visa Starfrost. Now, some of y'all might be wondering why didn't I search Reichart? Well, Reichart doesn't pop the Lightheart. I needed the Lightheart out of the extra monster zone, so then that way I can use these two to make IP Masquerena, because this card's arrow points to the left. So I wouldn't be able to actually use this card for Masquerena because, as you can see right here, IP Masquerena uses two non-link monsters, meaning that this card can be used as material, and the only way to link with this card on the field is if it's not in the extra monster zone. Well, why didn't I just basically make IP Masquerena first and then make this card? Well, because the only way you get the effect of this card is if it's in the extra monster zone, the main monster zone. So that's the only way to get the effect, which is why I did it like that. So then I'm going to go into Tryhard. So now this Tryhard is unaffected by defense position monsters, and it can't be destroyed by card effects because I made it with IP Masquerena, which this card reads a link monster that uses this card as a material can't be destroyed by opponent's card effect. So that protects this card. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make some summons, and I'm just going to go ahead and grab Reichart. Reichart is going to search alternative, and then I'll search my last Scareclaw and then set the alternative. Now the reason this is very powerful is because my opponents are going to need to go into the extra deck more than likely. That's the best way, otherwise they have to draw something in hand to deal with this card here. The only way they can really do that is if they can go into like link plays. Everybody runs Nightmare Unicorn, so I'm going to shut off his extra deck by flipping Scareclaw alternative. So basically that shuts off his extra deck. He can't Raigeki me and all the monsters that he played. This card's unaffected. And if he sends something to the graveyard to try to activate a graveyard effect like Vashuda, basically I can DD Crow him. The only thing that he can really do to beat this is if he has like the adventure engine in his deck, and he can basically grab like the Draco back and then send this card back to the extra deck. Um, or he could use like Dark Ruler No More, Imperm, or something like that to negate the effects of it, and then basically start summoning monsters. But then, even then, he's still putting them in defense, and I pretty much get another turn. So, yeah. So he basically sets one back row, ends his turn, and then once I go to activate my effective tryhard, I was going to be searching for bringing back Reichart, um, and he didn't want no part of that. He was just like, I'm out. GG's, buddy.